Wiping of Heroes 3. Grenade.
All the mods here. What's up, boys? How we doing, everybody? Hey, Austin. Hey, All Nighter. Hey, Tony. Hey, Nug. Hey, Baggy. You're referring. What's going on, everybody? Trying to deal with this heat. Yeah, it's quite hot. I've got my door open to try and keep it colder in my room today. Just gonna pop to the toilet, guys, before we start, and we'll go through the patch notes. If anyone's got a link handy to the patch notes, please drop the link. I'll grab it real quick. Yep, hopefully those alerts are working. It sounded like it was working to me. Alright, thanks for the link to the patch notes. Yeah, just pop to the toilet before we start, and then let's get on to it. So this is the 2.0.5 tuning update patch notes. We'll see how good they are. Be right back. Hello, everybody. Yes, Doom. I was probably watching on YouTube. It's like, why is Hans head banging? Doom's playing in the background, so that's probably why I'm doing that. Anyway, how are you all doing, everybody? Up, Tony. Hey, Sharp Shoe. Hey, Vodka Char. Hey, Austin. On CD Emperor. Askar Toglini. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, everybody. And then we've got a new person, Ostentatious. How you doing, dude? What's up? Hope you're still there. Right, so today we're going to be going over Company of Heroes 3 patch notes. Oh, I turn that music off for a minute. Or rather, we'll put on something a bit more mellow, a bit more chill. What would be a good... Hang on, let's put this light on as well. Oh, You just skim straight. I said your name. I said your name back. I didn't scream. You. Know the feeling, Bacon. Guys, I said all your names, and if I did say your names, it's not because I purposely skipped over your name. But just such a bunch of attention seekers, man. God. Head. Did I apologize? Did you apologize? Yeah, I did say your name. I am pretty sure I said your name. And I did say... Oh. Right, that's it. Not say anyone's name ever again. You're going to be just unrecognized in chat. Right then, let's... Right, how are we going to look at this match note here? Feedable on the TikTok. I'm typing in this. It won't let me change the title. How's that? Right. My keyboard just died. No. I cannot change the title of my live for some reason. For the first time ever, it's not letting me edit it. How bizarre. If I go live and then just change the title in the live info edit. I cannot edit it. Ethereum, could you edit the stream title on TikTok at all? I literally just can't edit the stream title for some reason. It won't let me do it. I'll have to ask the guys at TikTok why it's doing that. Oh well. Anyway, let's get on to the patch notes, guys. Here we go. Let's switch over the scene to... What scenes do we have with this scene? Right. Are we ready? Okay, guys. So, today we're going to be going over the patch notes. And we'll just put some co-music just in the background. Right. Okay, let's get into it, guys. Are we ready, everybody? Ready to get into the patch notes for Co 3? Right, so this is the 2.0.5 tuning update patch notes for Co 3. This isn't a major patch. This is adding a few little bit things here, maybe a map or two. I think we'll have to see what they actually do. But I know that they're remaking, I think it was Magnano Gap, the 3v3 map. They've done a big overhaul on that map. But I'm not sure actually if they added any new maps. Let's just get into it though. Here we go. So, yeah, this is the Magnano Summit, rather. So, Magnano Gap is the 4v4 one. Magnano Summit is the 3v3 one. And they've now changed it to be a bit more balanced. So, well, fight out yourself when you get into the game. And that's the changes that have been made for that map there. You've got Angerville, Crossing Woods, and Langres have had some adjustments as well. As well as Bacino Stalemate, Semois, Longstop Hill, and Black and Gold. They've also, as a Black and Gold, they've added to include 2 more victory points in an experimental update. They've added, so there's 5 VPs now on Black and Gold, which is, okay. I'm not sure. I think adding more VPs for Co is a bad idea, just in general, because the VP count has already ticked down very quickly, and if one side grabs all VPs very quickly, the game's going to end in under, like, 5 minutes, so it's just a silly thing. They need, if they're going to do this, you need to make sure the TVP rate ticks down a lot slower, but yeah, there's no point. I just think it's a very strange and weird decision they've decided to do that. Replays, change to get replays, so they're now going to be, will change to 3 months, 90 days, and you have to manually save them if you want to keep them. To be fair though, any replays that you have will automatically be in, you won't be able to watch them anyway once a patch hits because they become unwatchable. So I'm not sure what, how big that is, because it used to be 5 months, now it's 3 months, but there's normally a patch within 3 to 5 months anyway, so which makes the replays null and void. So just there you go if you're interested about that. Multiplayer balance, right? This is what you want to get into. Here we go. So, craters in general, crater walls were too steep, especially when an area was saturated with overlapping damage. We've standardized the depth of craters caused by weapons and reduced the size of some deformation to better suit the size of the crater generated. Mines deal 50% less damage upon detonating if they are detected. This is probably more specifically to do with the butterfly bombs. So a lot of the butterfly bombs, you'll spot them, and then your units automatically will target and shoot them. And if you are underneath those mines when you shoot them, they will obviously hurt you at 100% of their normal damage value. Now they'll only do 50% damage, so it makes it less painful if you accidentally blow up, those mines. Right, then on to the Stummel. Half-track, the M375 gun mortar carriage, and the 221 scout car. Certain stun abilities were too powerful and fast mobile units and would temporarily shut down vehicle attacks at range and remove their target's ability to escape danger. To address this, we are decreasing the debuff duration and maintaining vehicle speed, allowing effective vehicles to be able to back out of the engagement. So it's not going to stun them. It's just going to maybe like stop, because I know, like, for instance, the 75, when it shoots enemy vehicle with its special stun round, it will slow the enemy vehicle and it'll stop them from firing their main weapon. So this will just stop them from firing their main weapon for longer, but they could also just get out of the fight. So yeah, I'm not sure. They're already quite squishy, these motor carriages, so I'm not sure if that's a great idea. So I've got to blinding shot, used by the Stummel and the 221 instead, right? Then White Phosphorus blinding shot ability is all standard to be called blinding shot for these units. Debuff duration is now 7 seconds instead of 5. Now only disables the target's weapons and vision while creating a White Phosphorus smoke cloud in front of the target. No longer slows units down. Damn, I used to like getting this. Like, I used to getting a few of the 75 half-drakes out and then using the target weak point to, like, nuke down a tiger or something. You'll no longer be able to do that, really, because that vehicle just will be able to get out the fight. Okay. Not sure that was a big issue with the game at the moment. I think other issues are a bit more pressing, like the Stuka and stuff. On to light artillery then. Jimeji-san! Thanks so much, dude, for the resub. Oh, sorry, for 3 consecutive streams this month. Thanks, dude. I thought I immediately saw that as a resub, but thank you anyway for watching for three consecutive streams. Appreciate it, buddy. JC, thanks for the follow. I just got this game, had fun on the front lines, which I understood other parts of it, though. yeah, it's quite complicated if you've never really played a Company Heroes game before. I'm just running through the patch notes of the latest update. I normally cover all the patch notes and put out lots of guide and tip content, so you'll be in safe hands with me. Right, let's get on to the next thing. So, light artillery. With the adjustment to light artillery damage output, these units underperform due to low rate of fire, inability to retreat, and high cost. We are speeding up their rate of fire to improve their damage output against stationary targets without increasing their area of effect damage. So this is the pack outs, the LEIG, the heavy mortar. So their aim time has all gone down from like 0, 0. Heavy mortar doesn't seem to have one. Yeah, aim time gone down. So smoke standard barrage, so it will fire the barrages quicker. So basically, all of these things will be able to fire a bit faster than they normally are. So that's good. So we'll have to check out maybe using an LEIG now to see if it's actually worth getting. It's quite an expensive unit to get out, but it might be better now. Then we're on to field defences. Build time on field defences are still too long after recent construction changes related to capturing, resulting in limited use outside of capture points. We are further decreasing build times on certain, oh thank God, to make these options more attractive when units have downtime between combat encounters. We have also made changes to the Wehrmacht Axis tank traps, allowing them to provide cover in a radius like those used by the Allies. So they're now 4 seconds instead of 6. That's a huge decrease. Barbed wire as well. Yeah, a bit faster there. Tank traps 3. Okay, so big decrease in the time. So that's good. So we'll now be able to build more sandbags, which is awesome. US Air Support Center. We've made an error when replacing one of the air support upgrades. We are correcting this as the Air Support Center generally suffers from its abilities being gated by munitions, not recharge times. Air supremacy removed, air supply upgrade re-added. This reduces the munitions cost of air support centers abilities by 50 munitions. So 50 munitions cheaper instead. Okay. Tank depot, fuel cost reduced by 5. The Jeep is scale capacity increased from 90 to 125. That's actually really big. So we were thinking about how we use spot cloaked machine guns, and I guess like cloaked Axis units maybe through espionage. Now the Jeep is going to be more more favourable because its detection range has gone up by an extra whopping 35, which is pretty damn big. So that's cool. The M19 machine gun and the 50 cal as well. Improved defensive setup damage reduction from 10% to 5, only plus 5 when in cover. So they've received a nerf. The mortar, the scatters increased from 8 to 12. 8 to 10, airburst scatter ratio 0.075 to 1. What does this mean? This means if its scatters have gone up by... if the scatter goes up, it will hit a bigger area, right? If I understood that correctly. Which will make it even more deadly. I thought this mortar was already pretty nasty with its scatter, with the airburst. Unless I'm misinterpreting this. I have to test out the mortar to see what I would assume that it sounds like it's getting a buff. So we'll have to look. But I already thought that the airburst was already really strong. Increased scatter means more inaccurate. Or if that is the case, then the airburst is getting that airburst is getting a bit of a nerf. Okay, so it's a nerf, not a buff. I'm thinking scatter is like the spread of the shrapnel as it goes out. We need a degree in Code 3 patch notes reading. I know, right? They should, like, and again, you need to explain exactly what this means. Is this a buff or is this a nerf to the unit? Motor pool. We are reducing the fuel costs of the motor pool to allow players easy access to anti-tank guns. So that's 5 fuel cheaper. Same with the tank depot as well. The Greyhound is also 5 fuel cheaper. And the armored skirts, the upgrade on that is been massively reduced down to 20 seconds from 30. The Hellcat. We are adjusting the Hellcat's veterancy, giving it a greater hit chance and weapon penetration as it levels up. We've also made the unit fire slightly faster to improve its direct combat performance against enemy armor in prolonged engagements. Okay, so the Hellcat gets a buff. Shooting scoot's gone up by 2 seconds. Nice. Extra 20% buff to pen at the Vet 3. Cool. Then a Bulldozer. We're boosting the Bulldozer's secondary functionality as a minesweeper by increasing its speed and mine resistance when the Dozer blade is down. We are also increasing the unit's potency when it reached higher veterancy levels. Bulldozer blade resistance against mines increased from 50 to 75%. Speed debuff is gone down only, but it's only minus 25. So it's only 25 slower now. Yeah, so Bulldozer gets a buff as well. Nice. Then onto the advanced infantry. The artillery observer. The bonus range during supervised beacon ability is increased by 10. The ammunition storage reload and ability recharge bonus decreased from 40 to 30%. Aura range has been decreased. Added pre-construction reticule preview of the build radius. Near and mid-range effect distance increased from 6 to 8. So the bonus of the ammunition storage were too powerful for its price when paired with friendly artillery, and the minute's aura meant the death explosion was not a concern in most cases. We're adjusting it. Okay, so that's received a nerf. Designate assault positions. That's now decreased, so that's 15 munitions cheaper. And the Rangers, the weapon crate drop no longer has a recharge time. Huh. Seems a random one. Like, that is a buff to them, but it's not a massive buff. I guess, like, in the early game, you can only have enough munitions to drop one crate anyway, rather than multiple. But I guess... Yeah, okay. It's not a huge change to it, or a buff. It's just I don't think they really needed that change, but... Feels like it should have had it. It should keep a recharge time on it. Not sure about that one. It's not a huge thing, to be fair, to be honest. Heavy weapons battle group. So this is the new anti-tank gun, the big anti-tank gun that the Americans got. So the barrage performance of the M5 is being increased to make it a prominent feature of the weapon that trades out some anti-tank performance for anti-infantry barrage. Because the weapon is a towed cannon, its damage will now be in between the power of light and medium artillery units, as the player must have a half-track with this call-in. We've reduced the manpower cost to make this unit easier to access. So this has got a buff, so this is making this more appealing for people to go for this rather than the Pershing. So reduce the ready aim time as well. Increase the area effect of the radius. Damage has gone up. Wind down is... okay. I might give that a go. Pershing. The previous Pershing has thrust rolls equivalent to a medium tank. The following changes are now meant to bring the Pershing's timing in line with the Black Prince and Tiger, while reducing how quickly this unit could gain veterancy. Command point costs increase from 10 to 11? And it takes even longer. Okay, I did think it vetted up fairly quickly, but increasing its cost, I thought they would decrease it. Because it feels like it takes forever to get the Pershing out. Is Relic playing their game? I've gone this commander. Every time I've gone this commander, my opponent always gets out the Tiger and the Black Prince before I even can get a Pershing out. So making it 11 command, that should be 9 command points. They should have decreased it. Every time I've done this commander, I'm always like waiting for ages to get the command points to get the Pershing out. And it just never comes out. By the time I've got it out, we've probably already lost the game because Tigers are already dominating on the field. Am I serious? I am serious. That is insane to make the command point costs go up by 1 on the Pershing. It needs to be 9. I agree with the veterancy change requirements, but the Pershing already takes way too long to come out. So making it an extra command point and delaying it, this is a bad change. This is a very bad change. Okay, on to Wehrmacht then. Wehrmacht headquarters medical stations. So the medical station has been inferior to the bunker hill for quite some time. This has often led to players astray in their decision making. The medical station has also the least value for Wehrmacht, as they have healing via the Grenadiers. As such, we are changing the HQ medical station to have the lowest overall cost. The change is now just 150 manpower, no fuel cost. I still think people are going to not, make the bunker. Because the bunker will give them like free reinforcement later on, so it'll pay for itself. Whereas getting just that Wehrmacht headquarters medical stations just seems a bit redundant. It needs to do something else to make it worthwhile. Maybe it heals faster than a med bunker. Something, I don't know. I don't think that's, the real issue there. Panzer Grenadier squad. So the Panzer Grenadier squads for Wehrmacht, their accuracy has gone up, so they're a bit more dangerous. Okay, cool. Jaegers, smoke locked out when... so they can't use smoke with the Shrek. You do that, yeah, I guess that's fine. Though, because it gives them a bit too much utility. They already can cloak and they have a Shrek, and then with the smoke on top of that is a bit much, I would say. So I'm not too upset with that. And I guess it would encourage more diverse builds, getting a mortar out for smoking, maybe the Stummel half track, but you'd need tier 3 for that. Or maybe just get a G43 upgrade on one of your Jaegers so you can drop the smoke and the flare. So there we go. And then Gren's, MP40 Gren's, their accuracy's gone up. So that Latif's going to be happy with that. He likes going for MP40 Gren's, so that's a nice little bit of a buff to them. Then we're on to the Breakthrough battle group. So the Panzer IV Command Tank. The aura's gone up by 10. Okay, cool. You never really see the Panzer IV Command Tank that much, but increasing the aura range, that might make it more appealing to go for. Yeah, to make the command tank more appealing, its aura has been increased to affect additional units at a safer distance. Yep, sounds good. And the Pyos, the MG15 accuracy has gone up. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, you don't really see many people going for the MG upgrade. Everyone always goes for the grenade launcher upgrade. So buffing this might make this more of a appealing upgrade choice. Looks like it gets the same accuracy across all ranges, short, mid, and long. Postal reserves, 80 grenade, also available after the infantry quarters, and the capture speed. Oh, they made their capture speed up by 1.25. Despite arriving earlier than Gren's, had issues controlling and capturing the map due to their need to fight from cover and remain stationary. We are increasing their capture speed to match other frontline units to help secure the map in the early game, while giving them access to their anti-tank grenades via the infantry company quarters, opening new strategies. Okay, so that might be nice. And also because the build time on sandbags and defensive decreased, that'll buff up coastals as well, because they like to benefit. Obviously, they need to build cover to benefit from their accuracy bonuses and stuff like that. So that's cool. Then Terror, right? Heavy gunnery is now 0, and then the munitions cost has decreased. Right, the MG camouflage. What have they done to this? We're reducing the power of the MG gun camouflage by making it more difficult to move from cover to cover while remaining camouflaged, while also making it easier to catch a heavy machine gun that has just entered camouflage. It was previously too difficult to catch a machine gun out of position, and the unit could even enter camouflage right in front of another unit without consequences and gain the first strike bonus. We still want to maintain the theme that Terror can initiate early ambushes with their machine guns when in good positions in the early game. Some changes are targeted at the camouflage duration when leaving cover and the delay before camouflage is active. Camouflage duration when leaving cover has decreased from 4 to 2 seconds. Increase the delay before camouflage reactivates from 0.5 to 2 seconds. Okay, so you can still get the camouflage right at the start, because I thought they'd make it maybe a cost of command points, so you don't get the camouflage bonus immediately as soon as the game starts. You still get that, but they have nerfed it considerably, I think. We'll have to see if it's enough, but I think there's some decent changes. Let's just see how it works. And that's a pretty big increase in the activation, yeah, because then you'll be beforehand you could be super aggressive with it, and now you need like a second, or rather 2 seconds now to actually set up to prepare for a fight. The V1 now kills bridges instantly on direct contact, and they've also changed the audio of it, I believe. So the audio is now more, it should be clearer. They've added like a siren now, I think I heard, so that should be interesting. I don't know. The patch came out yesterday, and if you guys in chat have been playing with the new patch since yesterday, and you've encountered the V1, has it been a lot clearer? Have you guys been caught off guard by the V1 now, or is it now a lot more obvious where it's landing? Let me know, guys. Please do comment, maybe in the comment section on the YouTube video or on the live stream right now. Let me know what you've what your experience has been of the new changes to the V1 in terms of its audio. King Tug, right? What have they done with the King Tug? The King Tug was too easily to destroy, despite being the only heavy tank with a fuel penalty and having many other drawbacks associated. We're increasing its health, allowing the vehicle to take more punishment. We're also fixed an issue with the King Tug with reverse slower that led to the unit having difficulties retreating from combat. The command point cost has been increased, however, to slow down how quickly this unit can be filled. So another command point cost. Its health has gone up by just an extra 100, and its reverse speed is now the same as default movement speed. I don't agree with that. Like, maybe the health, but the reverse speed, like, I feel like you should be penalized going back. You shouldn't have the same speed going in reverse and you should be going forward. And I feel like if you overextend, you should get punished for it. And therefore, as you reverse, you'll be slower to get out of a fight. So I think, yeah, I don't agree that they've made the speed change. I still think they should remove this stupid fuel penalty, because it's still like such an expensive unit. Like, even if it didn't have the fuel cap, you're thinking it's like a quarter of your like entire population cap is going into this thing. And it's only an extra 100 health. It's still not enough. So yeah, I don't think this goes enough to to help the King Tiger. I still think it's not too worth going. I don't know why they didn't just give the King Tiger what it had in Code 2 for the OKW, where they just gave it a veterancy ability where it could fix its turret, and then it would like have a longer range in front, so it would do a bit more damage. I think it should just give that ability that it had in Code 2, because I think that made sense. You know, I think that was a cool ability. I think what they're trying to do is make the King Tiger more like the King Tiger in Code 1. I think they should leave it as the one what was in Code 2. Yeah, longer sight road, traverse limit to 90 degrees. That's what it had in Code 2, and I liked that, because it was like, if you did that, then yeah, you'd be good in the front, but if you got flanked, you'd have to maybe disable it and then turn the tank around. I mean, the tank is still like a slow behemoth, and if it was, if you got swarmed by like M10s or Hellcats or T-34s or things like that, it'd still get screwed. And there's so many kind of off-map abilities that if it gets this engine disabled by, you make a misplay, you hit a mine, or an infantry squad gets close and able to snare it, then all the off-maps are just going to come on it, and it's just going to get wiped off before it can get away, because it's such a slow unit. So I still feel like the King Tiger, I'd much rather go for more Panzer IVs than go for something like the King Tiger. All right, let's go on to the British forces now. So what's been changed to the Brits? So the forward observer barrage, this has been the thing that the sections can do, the Dingo can lob, and it will get the 25 pounder in the base to shoot. They've now increased the recharge time from 60 to 120 seconds, so an extra minute of time now, and they've increased the cost by 10 munitions. That is a decent change, I would say. I felt too much disability was spammed, so like literally every minute we'll be on the receiving end of this. I think more to the point though, this artillery barrage has a tendency to scatter really wide and one-shot units, infantry squads, and I think that's the main issue with it. I kind of don't mind it being maybe a bit more often, but like the fact that because I feel like it should be more of an area of denial, not like a lucky RNG. Oh, I managed to wipe a squad early in the game because it happened to overshoot and hit a squad that otherwise it shouldn't have hit. Because like the red flares, you'd expect the round to hit near where the red flares are, but sometimes it'll go wide to the left of that or right and wipe a squad, which happened more often than not. And it was really frustrating and very punishing, especially in the early games. So that was the main issue for me. I mean, this is helping against it, so you won't have to be on the receiving end for as often, but they need to nerf how dangerous it is, I think, by a little bit. It shouldn't just be able to one-shot a squad for such a cheap cost as well. Even at 45 munitions, is still fairly cheap to get a whole squad wipe. Centaur, right, the Centaur's gone up, is a little bit faster. Crusader 2, the near penetration has been reduced from 100 to 90, so that's only a nerf of 10. Which is interesting. I wonder why that's... What does that mean now? Can it not pen certain units at really close range? What's the King Tiger's armor at close range? Will this mean the Crusader can't pen a King Tiger now? Or what? I would need to double check. Or only from the rear, maybe? We'd have to... I'll need to double check and go into a match and just make the biggest Axis tanks and see what armor they've got on their sides and rear and stuff, and see how that... if the Crusader can pen. Alright, the Bishop now. The Bishop will take longer to vet up. And this means it will be... That's just a hard nerf to it, and it is... Let's have a look here. So... Quite a considerable delay now. It'll take longer for it to get Vet 1, and the Vet 1's the biggest one to get for the Bishop because that reduces its fire cooldown rate, so it can fire faster. So that was fairly strong, to be fair, but yeah, still feel like Bishops were kind of the only good thing going for Brits. The Vet 1, and now maybe not so. I don't know. I feel like if they're doing this, they have to nerf the Stuka, right? Because the Stuka is already crazy. Indian Artillery Battle Group Gurkhas. They now have the ability to drop the artillery. Okay. Right, yeah, okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, you don't really see that many Gurkhas. That's fine. Commandos, demolition charges are now advanced demolition charges. These are invisible unless the enemy has a minesweeper. Oh, that's cool. They have increased them, though, by 25 to make up for it. And then Canadians, attacking spirit. The healing has been reduced from 90 to 70 health, total over 45 seconds. Yeah, I did think it was quite a lot of health, to be fair. So a little bit of a nerf to this. I think that's fine. Burnout, missions cost has been reduced by 10, and it's gone down from 1 command point. There's a buff to it. Due to burnout having to compete with secondary munitions, we are decreasing the command point and munitions cost, allowing it to be used as a powerful outgame tool to clear territory points and decapture positions. This could be better for like maybe the 1v1 fights on cutoffs and stuff maybe now. Point assault did not give the player enough time to decapture territory. As the player was immediately on high value resource points, so duration 45 to 60, buff duration 30 to 60. Okay, and then crocodile. What's going on with the crocodile? The crocodile's flamethrower struggled to control large groups of infantry directly in front of the tank. Despite being an anti-infantry specialist against this unit, the opponent should be required to spread out the infantry rather than attacking the crocodile through brute force. We have changed the flamethrower to now deal damage in a circle, greatly increasing the number of targets it can hit. Okay, so the crocodile's got an AoE buff to its flamethrower. Oh, and it's now an extra 100 manpower though. So make up for it. Okay. Now on to the DAC. So the 8-rad. The 8-rad's 20 manpower cheaper, and its accuracy has been increased. We're improving the 8-rad's combat performance when fighting at close range with infantry. We want this unit to be an aggressive light vehicle that is most dangerous once it has closed the distance to the target, while also being able to run down wounded squads. So this is going to make it an even better unit at chasing down retreating squads. Most people just go for the flat feeling because it's just probably the better out of the two. But the 8-rad will be now the one to go for if you fancy chasing down retreating squads, or if you feel like your opponent hasn't got the ability to lob AT, snares, things like that. Let's say you're up against. Let me just think of an American strategy. Let's say you're up against Americans and they're going like engineers, spam, assault engineers kind of thing. 8-rad would be great because they can't obviously lob any AT grenades or anything like that. So that would be quite good. Panzer III, near penetration, reduced from 180 to 140. Panzer III was intended to have its near penetration adjusted similarly to the Sherman, making the unit more focused on flanking heavier vehicles. Okay. So maybe not as good against things like the Matilda and the Grant, maybe? That seems like a huge nerf. That is pretty big. I'm kind of curious to see, because you normally would go... I mean, to be fair, like if you're up against Grants and Matildas, I wouldn't be getting Panzer IIIs. I'd be getting Marders. Or I'd go up to the Tiger or Panzer IV. But this is pretty... I'd still probably get Panzer III if I was up against Crusader spam, because... Like, Crusader spam versus Panzer III spam, Panzer IIIs will win because they will have all their upgrades and stuff, whereas Crusaders won't. But, yeah, that's interesting. Okay. Adding combined arms battle group. So, Simvente, the barrage has been buffed by a bit. So, maybe, still, we don't see anybody making the Simvente, and Relic is trying to do some buffs to it to try and make people get it more often, but we'll see. Right then, Bersaglieri. This is one of my favourite builds. It looks to have been a change here. We've noted the Bersaglieri builds are outscaling other standard infantry builds, which is not the intention considering their early power. We're reducing the speed at which they scale to compensate. So they've increased their veterancy requirements, and that's it. That's fine. Huge change. To be fair, though, I don't know. I feel like with the bursters, their issue was the fact that you could just overwhelm early and have the extra unit. That's why they were so strong. I don't think they scaled very well, to be honest, bursters in general. So this is the change to the scaling is a bit strange. I mean, they already can't do anything against vehicles. So yeah, they have the run bonus as well. I kind of like their run bonus, and it is out of combat, which is fair, but I don't know. I didn't think this was I mean, they were strong, but I don't think this was the right change to make for bursters. I think it should have been something to do with maybe making them increase in manpower by like 10 or 20. And then when they get the 7th man, they become cheaper to reinforce, so they get the scaling later on back in, so they actually can compete at Vet 3 late game against Vet 3 rifles with bars and things like that. Because right now they can't. Yeah, bursters don't scale super late, and they're a light bit of gambling early depending on what you're fighting. Exactly, right? So this just seems like that. Again, I don't think Relic have been playing their game. This is not the issue with them. In anything, this is going to make it more like you need to win early game because late game you're going to lose because they're not going to be able to compete. Which kind of sucks. Anyway, right, strafing run. Now pins and suppress infantry. The damage has gone up by 10. And the bonus against vehicles has been reduced. And it's been made 10 munitions cheaper. Okay, so this is the... You either pick the strafing run or you pick the Caro. But the fact that it now pins and suppresses is pretty good. Because that could allow you to force a retreat and things like that now. And the damage has gone up by a bit, so that's nice. Right, onto the Italian infantry, the Gustatori. Gustatori have some of the lowest damaging elite submachine guns in the game for a dedicated anti-infantry unit. Their final veterancy level has been adjusted to improve their performance of their SMGs. Okay, cool. So they got buffed. The booby traps have gone down by 10 munitions. The sound the alarm is gone up by 15. Propaganda war has been reduced by 20. And also it's 2 command points cheaper. Nice. Okay, so pretty decent buff to that commander. Armored support, so the Stuka has been reduced by 20 munitions. I guess this is in response to the fact that the Stuka anti-tank loiters, or anti-tank loiters in general, have been nerfed, so it's a bit cheaper now. Vehicle awareness is decreased by 20. Range has gone up by 30. Always detect units. Always detects when units are in its radius. No longer pulses like traditional recon abilities. Okay, so I would say that's overall a buff. And the command, Panzer IV, has also received an aura change as well. To 35. Cool. Battlefield espionage. The Firestorm has been reduced by 25 munitions. The Firestorm I thought was already really good. And now it's a huge buff to that, making it 25 munitions cheaper. The Subterfuge Siphon Beacon, manpower from 75 to 50, so that's a buff. Operation Scorpion no longer slows. And munitions cost has been reduced by 25. So again, that's some buffs there as well. And the roadblocks, the Panzer command block, they've gone up by 140 health. The build time has been reduced, so you can build them fast. S-mines, here we go. S-mines were causing too much damage to enemy squads, especially if they bunched up during their movement. We're reducing the amount of damage caused by S-mines to bring them more in line with their low munitions cost. Damage limit set to 2 entities. Previously could hit any member of squad. Okay, so that's been nerfed, so S-mines will no longer be as deadly for their cost, so that's good. And the butterfly mines were too effective against infantry squads. While we want these weapons to still be powerful to slow infantry assaults, their ability to hit multiple unit models in a wide area made them quite powerful against retreating units. These mines are meant to be geared towards anti-vehicle work with some anti-infantry effectiveness. So the modifier against infantry has gone down very slightly, and the model damage has gone down from 2 to 1. Okay, so I only hit 1 guy rather than 2 people. Okay, so nerf to these mines. And then the elephant, the damage has gone up by 40 on the elephant. Reload speed has been, so it's faster to shoot. And the penetration values are all now 1,000. Big buff to the elephant then. So the elephant will basically never not pen. I would say, apart from maybe... I don't know, what's the armor of the Church of Black Prince? But that's going to make the elephant a bit more... enticing for Axis players to maybe go for now, rather than just always go for the Tiger. Despite being a vehicle specialty effort, did not kill enemy vehicles faster than other heavy tanks, meaning you only had a range advantage on a slow platform. We have made changes to make the Elephant the best anti-armored vehicle. It can now 3-shot premium vehicles like an Easy 8 and a Grant, while also being reliable against the toughest heavy tanks. Yeah, it might miss though. Who knows if it would need to hit. Good miss. And then we've just got some... That's it, really. Bug fixes. And campaign and some... Alright, so that's really it. Not much, really. Actually, there's a little change there I've just noticed. The Elephant did have a very easy ability to vet up. And now it's changed quite considerably. So there was a mistake on that. All right. So, what do we, guys? What do we think? What am I doing? I need to launch the game. All right, we'll jump in and maybe play some games here. Guess we could test out the elephant. What's the biggest change, though, overall, I would say, that would make me want to test something out? 8 rads. I might want to give 8 rads a go. Definitely the Semavente change. Oh yeah, and then so what was missing? No change to the Stuka again? That's it. That's insane. How does Relic not think the Stuka is the most broken thing in the game still? Yeah, elephant. You wouldn't make an elephant 1v1, but yeah, team games it probably could work. I guess, you know, we'll create a custom game and have a quick look at the new version of the Semavente map. Semavente map? The new Mignano Summit map. Just jump into this real quick and you guys will have a look at this map. Alright, let's have a look then. Okay, so they have literally completely re-overhauled this. It's beforehand, unlike the 4v4 map, which looks like it's nice and clean and everything, this map looks like it has been completely shelled to oblivion. Much more open around here. This used to obviously have a, you know, a big pathway up to it. Low health buildings on either side. It's still recognizable as the map, and yeah, you can see the backside here is really open now, so it's much easier to bring units up. This actually looks pretty good now, with all the ways you can actually get in and fight through the center where it's not so choke pointy. Yeah, you can go up here now as well. Oh yeah, it looks pretty damn good. These buildings have been destroyed. Yeah, it looks nice. It's still recognizable as the 4v4 map, but did they change the VP positions on this map? Still in the same spot, I think. Actually looks like, yeah, it's been decimated by a war. They like their Caro wrecks. They put like a Caro wreck everywhere. And yeah, there's a pathway up here now as well. These buildings are going to see a lot of action here over these munitions points. You know, people fighting across the buildings. That'd be cool. Where the fuel points at? There's a +10 fuel. Oh yeah, these always used to be +10. I don't remember them being +10. So yeah, 10 fuel here. So yeah, these are all going to be hotly contested. That looks good. Right then. Let's jump into our match then. Let's maybe hopefully we'll keep us a 3v3, and then we wanted to test out, I guess, the DAC. Let's have a look here. So they buffed up. So Semavente got buffed. Maybe we could try Semavente. Semavente with the strafing run now as well, and then the artillery cover. Actually, the artillery cover is really good. I like a Pact of Steel. Mind you, if you're skipping Harrow, you don't really going to utilize Pact of Steel, are you? Also, the Panzer IV command tank, I might want to try a little bit more out, actually. Hey, Dylan, thanks for the follow, dude. Cheers, buddy. Why does the title say Foxhole? For some reason, I can't edit my stream title right now on TikTok. It won't let me edit it, so I have to report that. Sorry. We are playing Company Heroes, not Foxhole. But I couldn't edit my stream title for some reason, so apologies. Don't ask me why, but it won't let me edit it. I might have to restart my TikTok and start it again. Gustatory, yeah, a little bit buffer. I mean, their SMG's got buffs, so that's the only thing though. Vet 3, so you're not gonna really notice it that much. The change there. Well, the elephant. I mean, to be fair, the only really reason going for the Panzergate command for me early was to go for like the S mines because they were so strong, and I guess the butterfly bombs. But they've both been nerfed, so I don't think many people are going to be picking the Panzer command battle group now because of that. Even with the elephant getting a buff, like you'll never see anyone pick this in 1v1 now. I think it's just not going to be a thing. I also want to... Let me see if I can try a build with 8 rads. Just to see how they feel. I still feel like I personally prefer the flat feeling because of its mobile suppression, and I would get that out over an 8 rad. Especially against rangers. If you're up against rangers, you don't want to be going for 8 rads, because their Zooks are just going to murder you, but the flat can keep them at bay and don't let them get close because it can suppress. Yeah. You see, you either choose between an 8 rad or you choose between a flat feeling, and 9 times out of 10 you'd probably want the flat feeling, because yeah, not only obviously you suppress squads, it can shoot aircraft down, and the 8 rad can do none of those things. The only thing the 8 rad can do is good at chasing down retreating squads, and it can activate like a command mode, which gives it a bit of extra vision, which can be quite nice and buffed to nearby units. I'd still... Also, the flat can activate armor-piercing rounds, and it'll also do a slow. So any unit that will chase it, let's say a Chaffee gets on it or a Greyhound gets on top of it, you can activate that ability when it gets Vet 1, and it can basically save itself from any kind of dive if you play with it well. Whereas the 8 rad will not be able to do that. So there's just so many... There's way too many pros for going for a flat feeling over an 8 rad still. Yeah, 8 rad still feels the pain of losing it, much of its HP armor as it did. But yeah, the prop war's gone down by a lot. Yeah, prop war's cheaper. Also made the Firestorm. That's the big change. Firestorm is now 100 munitions rather than 125. That's really strong, actually. Also, I want to try an LEIG out. I want to see how good the LEIG is now, because they buffed that. So I want to see if that's worth going now. Just go, but that's the thing. You can't just simply go for 1/8 red, guys, because it's a different tier structure to your flat feeling, right? When you play as DAC, you can't go both tier structures. You know, when you enter into that mid game, you either pick one or the other. It's the same thing with Wehrmacht. You don't both go your Luftwaffe and you go for the Panzer Grenadier Company or whatever. You know, or the tier 2 or tier 3. So you're locking yourself in for a certain build. If you're going for the flat feeling, you know, that's what you go for. Panzer Jäger Command is the best. You're happy they buffed the elephant. I have yet to build an elephant, actually. Still don't. I mean, yeah. Me think. Shall I go for first with? I mean, there's not that many, really. I still wouldn't pick elephant over the anti-tank Overwatch. Yeah, I guess I would probably agree with you, to be honest, because the elephant is like you need something there like a motorcycle to scout for it. Vision, unless you've got a teammate's Kettencred nearby. And even then, I'd probably still prefer a tiger because a tiger can fight all targets, whereas the elephant can only fight armor. I'd rather an all-rounder rather than a specialist. I think probably most people would prefer a tiger over an elephant. When you've access to the tiger no matter what, no point in elephant. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, did they secretly nerf the vision of a motorcycle? What's going on about the motorcycle? Not a crad or kitten, sorry. Do you want the reverse gear back on the bike? Yeah, it's harder to keep alive now it hasn't got its reverse gear. Alright, let's just go into something. I would like to try I want to try armor. With, I want to see how good the Panzer IV Commands are. I want to just play more with the Panzer IV Commands, like, in general. I love salvage kits. Salvage kits is so good. Yeah, this is the vehicle awareness. They think they changed that, but I normally just go for the salvage kits because that's just always a better thing to go for. Like, why would you go for vehicle awareness when you can get a tractor out for vision? Oh, you're thinking of going armor with the superior fire drills? Actually, yeah, let's give that a go. Let's go 8 rads. Superior fire drills with a Panzer IV command tank buffing up 8 rads. Let's give that a go. And then... So I'll need to go I'd go T1. No, I'd go T2. And I guess go Martyrs for AT. Let's see. Dak's got no flares. That's a good point. Yeah, Dak... Does every faction have flares? Americans have it on scouts. Wehrmacht have it on their mortar. Brits have it on sections. Yeah, Dak has got no unit that drops a flare in the sky. And I think about it. Maybe they should give it to a unit. Maybe Panzer Jaegers should be able to drop a flare or something. Yeah, there's no ability, I think, from Dak that gives them ability to drop a flare. Or give it to the LEIG. The LEIG can launch a flare. Or maybe actually give them mortar half-tracks 2 usage. They can drop an incendiary round. Or drop a flare as well. Or maybe that gives them too much utility. I don't know. Team games, lots of Rangers going on. Isn't that always the case? Like, the only change I saw to Rangers was that they can drop as many weapon crates as they want with no cooldown timer. But that's not a huge thing. Because that's kind of, like, tied to how many munitions that enemy player or that Ranger player has. So if you're doing well with your munitions control, you're fine. Did they do another change to Rangers I didn't see, chat? Or is you know... Or half-trick's already overpowered. What if they gave an ability, right, to mortar half-tracks, or rather, sorry, when you upgrade a 250, you can upgrade to do different variants of a mortar half-track. You either upgrade it to the mortar half-track that has the incendiary munitions, or you can upgrade it to a mortar half-track that can lob flares. I think that would work. I don't like with the Americans where when you go for when they vet up, they can choose between 2 vet abilities. Viking sub? Did he sub? I didn't see anything show up. He said he subbed. Hang on. Did it work? Maybe I can edit the stream title on my phone. Maybe I could do it from there real quick. Thank you, Plykin. Thank you for 2 months, dude. Cheers, buddy. Oh, we got a game. Oh, it's not the new map.
Jawohl, let's go. Make it. The Kriegsmarine is looking like us. Those resources must be ours.
Okay, we're going armor. And we're going to try 8 rads, yeah? Give 8 rads a go. If we can even make it 8 rads.
Let's go find some trouble.
Hatchets and deployed.
Orders.
Utility vehicle has arrived.
Notice how it costs 20 extra fuel as well to tech towards 8 rads.
Achtung! Treat that flag like your mother hemmed it herself.
Ready on your work. Territory secure. All quiet.
Panzer Grenadiers have been mustered.
Panzer Grenadiers on capture point.
Utility vehicle. Vehicle has captured ground without ever stepping outside. We have capture duties. This is bad. Under fire! Don't fuck about,
You have
driver!
problems. We have it's as good as ours.
Vehicle and crew
Push under
useful to
fire!
hard.
Ready, Panzer
Get
Grenadiers
over
confirmed.
fast! Whatever it takes!
Beginning rudimentary repairs. Commanders! Jawohl! Orders! Territory locked
you need
down!
us.
This will hold
Get
you
in
for
gear.
a while. Move it, pioneers! Get to work! They won't get
Coming
through here.
Christian, confirm heading.
Orders?
I'll get us there.
Orders, give engine
Oxygen waiting! Push it!
Ready.
Go!
Willing and able.
We hear you! Orders!
You're
I know!
Panzer
Grenadiers have assembled!
The Fox's finest here. Ready on your work. Everything in
What
order.
is it?
Enemy forward, enemy!
engine!
Pionier, do something!
Pushing the front
What do you
line!
need? Panzer pioneers!
Dude, I'm so sick of this dingo meta.
Like a nice sun, Commandant! We can't stay here!
Push up!
Clear out!
Loud and clear, Commandant! Start over,
You
kill out!
stop!
Move! Now! Say the double time! Commandant!
Sergeants and these orders! Moving to location!
Let them
On the
come!
double.
Ah!
It looks bumpy up ahead. Hold on!
Panzer pioneers, stand ready! What do you need?
Halting!
Panzer Grenadiers, take orders! Boys, we have coordinates received!
Come on!
Grab your gear, we're heading out!
Good job. Coordinates received, Commandant.
You have something for us?
Great!
We have a
Put
heading.
over.
Panzer pioneers standing by.
Go! Move! Now!
Defensive.
Oh, I need tier 2 to be able to build it?
Get it fixed. Right, boys? Load up and moving.
Christian,
Plenty
shut
of
it,
ground
would
cover.
you?
Ready. Willing and able.
We're receiving you.
Forgot, so I still need to check it.
Repairs completed. Get moving. Quick march.
Utility. I know the engine's hot. Everything's hot.
Well, we've got decent map control.
Shut it,
Orders
would you?
incoming. Locked and loaded.
Ah, Christian.
We're losing grasp of the fuel point.
They really want us dead, huh? Push it.
Ready for orders. Let's go.
Our territory is in enemy hands.
We have a heading. Men, with me.
Moving to location. On the
Let
level.
your front cover.
I'm coming.
Underway.
Loud and clear, Commandant. The Kriegsmarine is looking like a sweet deal now, huh? What boys? We have movement orders.
You look spunky up ahead.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
Oh god.
With
Hold
me.
on. Leader.
Victory point lost.
Say the word. We'll get there.
Utility orders.
Loud and clear, Commandant. Commander.
Go on. Utility crew will get it done.
Grenadiers ready. Confirm orders. What do you need? The wire Grenadiers
Get in gear. We have a heading.
What do you need? Load the business. Commander.
Orders.
Thanks for nothing, dude. I hate people who are like this.
What you can. Just cover us.
You know you can retreat.
Commander. Panzer Grenadiers await orders. Task completed. Push up. Engage all contact.
Get in gear.
Territory overrun.
Repairs complete. Ready for orders.
We're coordinates received.
Hard to understand.
Territory sector out of contact.
We're engaged. Infantry.
Capture duties. Let's move it, Panzerjäger. Drop to cover when we come under fire.
Dude's got one unit left and now rage quit.
Say the word,
If he didn't let himself get, overextend and let himself get surrounded, he'd been fine.
Push up! Engage all contact! Glory away! Take cover! Fire at take cover! Relocating.
Capturing location. Orders.
Dude, look how long it's taken me to get a friggin' 8 red out. Holy shit.
Our gunners shall show the enemy the meaning of precision.
Ready for orders. Securing territory.
A mechanized combat group awaits deployment.
What do you need? Stop behind! What will it be? Loading strike! All of you! With me!
Moving to location.
On the top! Yes, can handle it!
We have a hand.
Move! Bring it to bear! We'll get there! Keep it moving!
Not scanning the horizon.
Don't fall behind! Keep us waiting! Say the word!
You had them.
Commander!
Get to it.
Loud and clear, Commander!
Schwerer Panzersperrwagen on station. Survival improvements and smoke canisters are being requested for our vehicles.
Glory away!
Come on,
We
dog.
forward enemy! We're engaged!
Oh my god.
Receiving you! Quickly now! Panzer Grenadiers ready!
Move orders.
Fucking hell, dude.
Locked and loaded. Next move.
Survival packages for Panzer crews have arrived. Smoke canisters have been retrofitted. We have surplus munitions to support the war effort.
Not like a nice Sunday drive,
Panzer Grenadiers loading it!
2.5-ton utility truck has arrived.
Move! Captain!
Oh shit. I was look away for 2 seconds and it's. Oh my god. This fucking off-map artillery, boys. See what I'm talking about? How fucking strong it is for how cheap?
We will get it done.
Fucking wipes everything. Look away for a split second and artillery just wiped half my army, man. Yeah, it was a 25-pounder artillery. Split second to grab some of my reinforcements.
Everything in order? Hunt, this is it, boys. Panzerjäger, faster! Push it! Move! Closing the distance! Get down! Keep pace with me! Enemy infantry out of action! What do you... Looks like you had a lucky escape. A challenger up here! Keep it moving!
Stuka assault guns and recovery vehicles are available for construction.
Weapon crews in the shit!
Good job, we're patient.
Panzerjäger relocating!
That's what's the matter.
Shift this thing!
That crew is reporting in.
Box it up and load it. Make it quick!
They're relieving you. Order.
Grab your gear. We're heading out. Let's go! Move it, Panzerjäger!
Territory is now in enemy hands.
Hutchinson waiting.
Panzer pioneers confirmed.
Yes, a double, eh?
Eager to get Panzerjäger advancing. This is our
Five
zone.
platoons standing by.
Enemy forward, enemy! You have carried the load. Say the word! You coordinate. Finally, as you grab everything, eager to get started. Panzer grenadiers relocating. Like marching orders, then taking orders.
Our munitions point is being neutralized by the enemy.
The load, weapon move!
Oh my god, fucking hit it, please.
God, say the word! Combat patrol with me! Push in! Go! Moving to new position!
The enemy have claimed our sector.
Weapon crew! Standing by!
Dude, this pad gun has missed like 3 out of 4 shots so far.
Three command points are available. We have a battle group awaiting use.
Get out of here while we still can! We're ready!
Vehicle moving. I know the engine. Pull over.
Pascal, stay the word! The distance! Bloody fucking bullets!
A munitions point is being taken from us.
Panzer pioneers, stand ready! Come on, up in time!
Should just tech up, man. I need to get Stuka out as fast as possible.
Moving to new position! Weapon crew!
Territory lost.
Panzer grenadiers are fully replenished! Moving mules! What are you doing? We're heading out. Weapon crew, eager to dig in. Good job with patient men. Initiate assault. We must take that loader! Orders incoming. Weapon team acknowledged.
Oh look, here comes more of the British artillery.
Move orders.
You have securing resources. Take anything of value.
Can't win this war.
Contact! Alarm! It's a war effort! Need some infantry! Right there! Have a heading. Ready forward. Come on, Panzer pioneers! Quick back!
Territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
Move through! What do you need? Listen, hold that flag down! I'll cover you!
Yes, sir.
Well, it's Panzerjäger advancing. Eager to get moving.
I'll take the gun, you help him.
Oh, look at the amount of fucking vehicles they've got.
Back us up. Rolling.
We've done what we can.
Let's steer.
Orders? You have orders? Do it!
Good job. Utility vehicle
You
confirmed.
looks like you had a lucky escape. Through here!
Come on, men.
You have I was back in your seat.
Armory upgrade underway.
Mister, you have lights? Quick march!
Panzerjäger, waiting to work.
Ready.
You coordinate. Follow me.
Boys, we have movement orders. Marching orders.
Did I only have one PG? Oh yeah, my PG got blown up by their fucking artillery, didn't it?
Proximity alarm near our munitions point.
We're patient men. Panzerjäger,
Utility
advancing.
vehicle standing by.
Pack and grab the gun. Ready. If we can use it, we take
Territory lost.
You need us! Waku! Get to it!
Proximity alarm near our capture point.
Anti-tank gun!
That'll get you back
Setting
into the
AT
ranks.
here! Grab your gear!
Good
We're heading
job. Coordinates received, Commandant.
Jawohl, towards this way.
Moving the safe.
Our enemy has the upper hand. We have 300 points.
Guide me.
I hope they didn't hit something in front.
Eager to get even.
Hold fire.
We can't flee here!
Light vehicle ready.
Lower your weights, men.
Vehicle now here. Everybody must be on the
Panzerjäger, waiting to work. Anything exciting out
Taking
there?
enemy territory!
Good. Come on, men.
Something coming! Enemy! Closing on us! Hunter! Hunter! Glory away! Coming position!
Relocating to your mark.
Lock orders! Taking that location from the enemy! Take your position! Engage! Pioneers under fire! Fire! As we have orders! Weapon group, we secure that location at all costs!
We have 5 command points available.
Eager to get started. Nothing here.
Mechanized combat groups are ready for selection.
Pack and crew, tear the load. We have to move. Commander, we found the line. Pack, move through. Come, don't fall behind. Pack and crew here. What do you need?
On the double.
Let's race. Infantry squad down. I'll take the gun. Strong crew. Say the word. Grab the gun. Let's move. Standing for it.
Panzer, anything exciting out there?
Orders. Attack. Attack down. Order this one.
Utility vehicle.
Open up! Enemy punch engaging! Take cover! Consider it done! Hunter grenade pulling out of combat! Understood! On it!
I know everything's real.
Bring up the wall! Quickly! Blazing a trail! Ready! Weapon you have ordered! Pack moving to new position! Pack ready! Anti-tank moving!
Good job, we're patient.
Panzer Pioneers standing by. Move up, Panzer Pioneers. Capture vehicle. Pioneer receiving you.
Confirming orders.
Standing by. Grab the gun. Let's move.
Sergeantson needs orders.
Tear the load.
Keep pace with me.
Jawohl, MG fire. Who's tearing us apart?
Good rep her up.
Standing by. Capture. Counterattack imminent. Marching orders. We're ready. Pack and crew here deploying. Grab your gear.
That's what the men are
Christian,
Eager to get
I'll get us
started.
there.
We have Flammpanzers available to rout the enemy from their holes. Stuka has arrived.
Fucking hell, dude, this artillery is all on me.
A victory point is being taken from us.
Yep, Stuka balanced. Just wiped probably all that guy's infantry in one go.
We have command points available to us.
My crew are new facing, deploy here.
Command panzer available. They shall lead our
All these munitions, I can't spend it right now.
This way.
Commandant, you need us?
Weapon crew, eager to dig in. Hack gun. Follow me. Let's go find some cover.
Standing by.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector. Panzer Grenadiers have been mustered.
Orders, then sitting orders.
Utility vehicle here.
Enemy patrol.
Lively.
Enemy target. Moving to engage. Target away.
Completed.
Ready on your well. Pack and crew here. Move.
Yes, understood.
Orders? Boys, we have movement orders. Enemy Panzer pushing the line.
Utility vehicle here.
Jawohl. We need to move, driver.
Do I just go Panzer IV command tank for a laugh?
Eager to get started. What's the team here? Hurry away.
Armor target engaged.
Another day, another
Go
arcade.
ahead.
Keep it moving. We
We're
take.
doing it.
You have something for us? Punch pulled up and moving. Weapon crew.
Moving with haste. Hold tight. Enemy encroaching on us. Orders.
Loading clear, Commandant. Pack care the load. We have to
Like a
move.
nice Sunday ready.
Pack and crew. Grab the gun. Let's move. My crew are ready to have your
Oh, he moved just as I was about to shoot.
Order. Utility vehicle
ready.
ready.
Willing and able. Split this way. Get everyone behind me.
A Panzer IV is ready for orders.
Weapon crew here. Coordinates received.
We're received. Moving to location.
My
On
crew
the
are
double.
ready. I'll take the gun.
And
You
follow me.
help him.
Hold on.
Contact! Get to ground! You have orders. Target confirmed. Eager to get started.
Engage. Get the
We're
radar.
advancing on your coordinates.
Panzer Grenadiers ready!
Engine improvements and territory capture for vehicles now enabled.
With me! The enemy is pushing through here! What do you need? Panzer Grenadiers! I don't think anything! Master train! Right! Stop behind! Panzers have sighted us! Commandant! Coordinates received!
Panzerjäger.
Taking every
Waiting to
fire!
work.
Clear the move! Pick up the state!
A Panzer IV command vehicle awaits assignment to the field.
Keep pace with me!
Enemy forces have taken our territory.
Panzerjäger. Waiting to work.
New Tiger tanks will be made available shortly.
What do you need?
Driver. Ahead full.
Weapon crew, eager to dig in.
Looks like we're doing alright. We survived the early dingo bullshit.
Clear the body between. Grab what you can.
Commandant, the enemy has 300 points.
Never heading. Men.
Attention, we have Tiger heavy tanks available to us. The battle shifts in our favor.
Oh shit.
It's your time to shine!
Panzerjäger, wait for the word. Enemy panzers crossing the line!
It will be done, right? Taking fire from
Oh fucking hell. Tracking barrage on that. Oh, there we go.
Losing fast for the victory point!
GG.
Today marks a great
That was a rough start against the Dingoes.
men rejoice.
We got it there. 8 red did nothing, sadly. Had a pretty unlucky first barrage, man. Instantly wiping what? I wiped my Gren on retreat, and it wiped my 8 red with the one shot as well. Had so many munitions. I needed to get some anti-tank loiters or a Stuka dive bomb. I guess I went the wrong tech tree with that amount of munitions in the bag. I really should have gone left side of the tree, to be honest there. But I wanted to give the command tank a bit more of a go because I never really get it out. So yeah, he managed to get an 8 red auto desk over here, and he's buffing up his armadas over here. He had the same commander I went actually. Double flamethrower Panzer IIIs. Hey, Homeless Panda, how you doing, dude? Are you around the same ELO? You kind of, if you need to be around about the same ELO I'm at, which is about 1700 if you want to join in. Because otherwise, if you join me in your lower ELO, you're going to get matched up against people that are going to just destroy you, so it won't be that much fun, I'm afraid. I'm convinced that someone just loves the dingoes too much in the studio and just won't anyone touch them. Yeah, I do feel like the dingoes are a bit too oppressive. Definitely not enjoyable to play against. But yeah, you see how like the bishops generally they might decrew some of my pack guns and stuff or whatever, but I could just recrew them, which is not a big deal. It's like you need to follow through with like indirect fire to like take out the anti-tank guns, but I think just the Stuka's just so much better overall, man. Fire twice. It's just nuts how good it is. Did only 8 rad? I think both 8 rads probably got buff, right? Yeah, that British early artillery is nuts, man. Even with an extra minute cool, it doesn't feel like, even with that many Brits on the field, it really doesn't feel like it's just a minute. They've got an extra minute cooldown on that barrage. It still feels like it's happening just as frequent. Yeah, maybe going for like the 250 upgrade is more viable than going for 8 rad, because I just it's the first time I made an 8 rad in such a long time, and I had to build tier 1, then build tier 2, and then build it, and it's just like it feels like it takes longer to get an 8 rad out than it does a flat feeling. I'd still rather that. I don't know. It just And Shizzles, thanks for the coins, dude. Cheers, buddy. Here you go, buddy. I played my last on game tonight, and you won. Hey, nice one. Yellow got his shit together. Yeah, he did. He got his right side. He kind of complained at the start. Like, oh yeah, I got 3v1, but dude, you're on your own on the right, and you can see it if you're going to get if you overextend and put yourself in that situation, it's on you, right? It happens time and time again. You see someone did really well on their side, and then they complain to everybody else when they get 3v1'd because they've overextended. They didn't mine up their flank. They didn't scout ahead to see if they were going to get pushed. He left himself no option to retreat if he was to get 3v1. So you need to make sure that if you do overextend and you're taking a lot of ground, maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe they're waiting to let you overextend so they can punish you for it. Because that teammate, that yellow guy, literally only had one unit left out after that initial early game. But thankfully, the Allied team didn't utilize their advantage. For some reason, he went they stayed in like light vehicle tech and went Humbers and stuff, and didn't really do anything with them. Thank you for the follow, Saya Sucker. Cheers, buddy. Which question, do you want a flat feeling or an 8 red? Yeah, I think still I'd prefer a flat feeling all the time. It's just like it just feels like a no-brainer option. Yes, the 8 red might be better at chasing, but like in a team game and against a good team, you're gonna have a hard time trying to chase down a retreating squad because a good team, a good enemy team will try and cover their retreating units, right? So, you know, you got to be thinking, how often will you be able to get away with chasing down a retreating squad? The answer to that is rarely, you know? So, if that's the answer, and I guess the only real thing I guess the 8 rad is maybe better at is, I guess, the command mode, which is nice, but still rather a flat feeling. I'd rather go flat feeling into Stuka, into Panzer 3s or something like that. Thank you very much for the sub there, Anis. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, does anyone know exactly what the command mode gives from the 8 rad? Like, what I think it gives, was it a slight increase in fire rate for every nearby unit nearby? Like the 8 rad command mode versus the Panzer 4 aura. What's the difference there? Does anybody know? The 20% increased fire rate, is it? And then and is that it? Oh, and 20% more armor? Hey, for the co-console community will stay strong. Are there many people playing multiplayer on that? On the console edition of Co 3? And keep trying. P3's better, gives 30%. You don't. The thing is, with the Panzer 4 command tank, you don't need to activate an aura ability on it. It just has it, I think, passively. Whereas when you do it on the 8 rat, it disables its main gun. I do want to try, like, because I think my teammate had his 8 rad and I had the Panzer 4 command tank, and I think my aura buffs up allies as well. I kind of really want to just try to see if you have two of those together, like working in unison with like kind of blob, because the aura of the Panzer 4 is increased. The 8 rad, I don't think its aura has changed. It's probably still at 25 or something. Made a whole group chat. Hey, you made your own group chat. That's more than Relic has done in this game. There's no group chat in Co 3, sadly. Hey, Jano dear, I'm good, man. We're just playing the new patch today, trying out some things, trying to add a little bit of go with the 8 rad. Didn't really have a chance to really use it that last game because I kind of lost it straight away due to one of the bullshit British off my barrages. Rate. What if I go fire drills, 259s? So I go motorcycle, Panzer Grenadier, 250, Panzer Pioneer, Panzerjäger. Call in maybe the Panzerjäger or Pat gun. I mean, that last game I had 2 Pat guns, which kind of did pretty well, picking away at tanks and stuff and forcing back their armor. The 2 bishops weren't enough to deal with them. Yeah, fire drills, 100% more damage on them is probably pretty good. I should try it more. I don't really use 259s as much as I really should. They are pretty good. You want to go for multiple Panzer Pioneers because you want to put the Panzer Pioneers in the 259 to give it the increased fire rate. You don't want to go multiple Panzer Grenadiers if you're doing it. But you need at least 1 Panzer Grenadier to be able to fight. I'll try armor again with that and give it another go. I mean, armor is my second favorite commander to Intellian Combined Arms. Espionage is probably my third favorite. I like armor just because of mainly because of the salvage kits. It's just really good. I guess the loiter's nice as well. But we'll practice with it again. I'm hoping we get that new the new version of that 3v3 map, Mignano Summit. Friend of mine called T to the Bag streams on Xbox. He once got invaded by Typewriter looking at his stream. Oh, he got raided, did he? Oh, that's nice. The new Gustas. How the Gustas on the patch notes? It said they only got the buff at Vet 3, but then I think I saw someone in chat saying that they passively got a buff anyway from their SMGs like as standard. Are they really that bad? And I don't think I have Gustas on my loadout at the moment. SMGs are much better. I think Benghazi they could do really well. Do I even have... I don't think I have them on my loadout, do I? It's Italian, this one, isn't it? Right, we'll equip Gustas. Just so we've got them on our loadout. Oh yeah, I was going to go LEIG. I wanted to try out the LEIG to see if it feels like it's better now. Drop bursters? No! I like my bursters. They actually buffed the strafing run in that commander. And they buffed the Sempervente. Actually, how quick can I get... Here's a question. How fast can I get 1 CP to call on the Sempervente to counter the Dingo? That would be cool. If I can figure out a way to quickly... Wait, is it 3 command points for a Sempervente? I thought it was... Wait, am I going crazy? It's 3. Oh. Never mind. Maybe they need to make it 1 command point. You might actually see it on the field more. Or rather 2 command points. Reduce it by 1. Blood wants a mini Stug with a free barrage at 1 CP. Who don't want that? Ooh, oh, it's tired lately. I haven't been sleeping very well. Oh yeah, I was gonna check to see if I can change my stream title on my phone. So I'm live right now. Is there any way I can change my stream title on my phone? Helping Hands. Live. Then can I change my stream title? I don't even see, like, on my phone, I can't even see it. Yo, Blaze, how you doing, Blaze? Where is it on my phone? Oh, see it. I don't know why I can't change it, man. Hmm. Oh yeah, let's add Autodesk. He was pretty decent, actually. Does he just play Axis? I think he just plays mainly DAC. Let me invite him to the lobby. He was pretty good. He did quite a party. In game? Oh. Yeah. This is in game. Dope. Don't disappoint, chat. We need at least 1 8 rad. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'm thinking... Oh, dude, like, you need a flat feeling, boys. Do you get the Flammenwaffen? Or you mean the Flame Panzer? The Flame Panzer 3? You don't need... No, you do need one. You need one for anti-air. You need one to fight any kind of infantry to suppress them. Like, if you're up against, like, rangers, guards, whatever, you need a flak to keep them away. Just as I've got nowhere to counter armor. I mean, the flak feeling also helps fight against Humber and Dingo. And it won't do badly against half tracks and stuff as well. Enemy like 80 half tracks and stuff like that. I can't believe this patch hasn't touched the Stuka chat. I really can't believe it. That is, of everything that is causing balance issues right now, I would say the Dax Stuka is the strongest indirect fire piece in the game. And once that gets going, like as long as both teams are playing equally, the Axis team will always win because the Stuka just outcompetes the Bishop, outcompetes the Whiz Bang, every kind of allied piece. Is pales in comparison to the Stuka. Even in 1v1, I think going for a Stuka is probably a good idea. Probably wouldn't get it first, mind you. You'd probably get a Panzer 3 first, and then maybe the Stuka to counter the, maybe your opponent's anti-tank and support weapons. I remember back in Code 2, the Stuka cost 100 fuel. And the Code 3 Stuka was like 75 fuel. Then now it's 85 fuel. I think the issue isn't in its fuel cost, it's just in how good it is. Even if they made it like 120 fuel, people would still make it because it's so good. Like, they need to make it so I don't know, it just needs a longer cooldown. Or it needs to reduce the damage of or increase the scatter of the barrage so it's not as strong. The Seeker is paper. Yeah, so is the Bishop. The Bishop dies, The Bishops have a much harder time at wiping a Stuka Yeah, the Code 1 Stuka. That was interesting. In Code 1, you had the standard 2251 half track, and then you could upgrade it to be a flamethrower half track, a medical half track, or the Stuka half track for 150 munitions. Yeah, you're right. I kind of like that. And you only were able to unlock that once you, once you tech the tier 4 or something, then you could get the Stuka version upgrade on your half tracks. But the half tracks in Co 1 weren't as strong as what we're used to now. The Stukas in Co 1. I remember them being as good. Stuka is the only thing that holds that together in game. I don't know. There are other strategies you can do. You can get some DAC tractors out. I've noticed some players going for like Pact of Steel and spamming like Martyrs with Carrows and then DAC tractors, and then utilising many DAC tractors to constantly drop the mortar barrage on the allied anti-tank guns, so they just constantly in a state of like movement, and then they get dived upon. That's viable. I've seen people do that before, but yeah, I mean the safest and easiest thing is just to get one Stuka out. Does the USF ammo storage help bishops? I think they do, but they nerfed it recently. This patch they nerfed it, how effective that was. That's something actually Latoof and I didn't really try out too much, because I don't think he likes going ranges too much. I mean, there's lots of maps where ranges won't work. I mean, you don't have to go ranges for that commander, but it's kind of all about ranges. And the ammo room is like a side thing. But if if you put an ammo room next to my bishops and I use my bishops just to win the fight, then that would work, I think. I'm a storage were a thing in one of AoE 3's factions, so Relic's working off A4 sniff some Age of Empires stuff. Was there an Age of Empires 3 an ammo thing? An ammo thing? I don't remember. I did play all Age of Empires, but I don't remember that. Probably Age of Empires 3 is probably the game that I haven't played in the longest time, to be fair, though. We are searching for a game, it's just taking a while. Let me just restart the search here. Big guns and ammo storage for faster fire, did they now? I don't remember that. By the way, guys, has any of you been playing Tempest Rising this last week or so since it's been out? It's been out for about coming up for almost 2 weeks since the game's been out now. Game is hovering around 90% positive review rating with over like 4,000 reviews. I've completed both campaigns now on the insane difficulty level. If you missed any of that, I'm uploading my campaign playthrough onto YouTube. And I'm also putting out some tip content for YouTube now for Tempest Rising. I'm hoping it's going to keep its player base and keep growing, but it doesn't. The game, unfortunately, hasn't set itself up well for multiplayer. There's no 3v3 or 4v4. There's no... I don't know, yeah, there's not much to... there's no, like, observer mode kind of thing, replays, or Steam Workshop. And thank you very much for the sub. Cheers, buddy. I think it's worth buying. I 100% recommend it. It's a lot of fun. If you ever played Command & Conquer, I think you'll really enjoy Tempest Rising. It'll give you a kind of nostalgic vibe. Estimate wait time of what, 1 minute and 52 seconds. when I was queuing for like 7 minutes a minute ago. Restart it. The EU, is that like the grabbing your information and selling it kind of thing? People are unhappy with that. I don't know why they've added that in. Why would you think 3D Realms and Slipgate have that in the game? Does every game? Well, I don't think every game has it, because otherwise this would be more of a thing every time a new game comes out. Everybody would be complaining about it, but I do hear it every so often when people are like, "Oh, I don't want to play this game because it's not good with its, you know, your private data and stuff and things like that." But because I did see that as a big sticking point why some people aren't purchasing Tempest Rising. That, and I guess some people are not happy with the fact that it's got 200 population cap. Original Red Alert games and like Command & Conquer games didn't have a population cap. I kind of like the fact that there's a population cap in it. Makes you think about what you build, not just spam stuff. Let me just queue up for 4. Oh, dude, if I queue up for 4v4, it's going to be harder. I'll do it. But yeah, I hope Tempest Rising keeps its player base and keeps people interested. I just need to be quick to add content, some more multiplayer maps, add 3v3 and 4v4 for comp stomping. They need to add super weapons as well, I think, like nukes and fun, you know, unique abilities and stuff that both factions can develop. What's my opinion on Anvil Empires for Siege Camp, the guys that will make Foxhole? Like, I did try it a couple of years ago, year and a half ago, something like that, and I did like the building aspect. Building a cool kind of castle is always, that's super cool. But I didn't like the fact that it feels like it's going to be quite grindy with making resources and stuff again, you know, chopping trees down, logging, you know, especially when you're having to eat different food recipes to give your characters buffs. I'm not a fan of that. I'd rather it just be down to pure skill and not like, oh yeah, this faction ate some potatoes, and now they've got extra 20% health on their units, something like that. It just seems a bit. The many reasons why most players cater towards Axis, allies being too easy and boring to play, certainly is not one of them. Then Rema says, Hans, do you think I should upgrade from Code 2 to Code 3? Well, yeah, I mean, wait until Code 3 is on sale, because it's pretty much always on sale now every time there's an update. I think I did see something where it's like 50% off at the moment due to this latest update. Let me just double check if that is the case on the store page. Is it 50% off at the moment? Yeah. It's currently 50% off at $23.99. Yeah, I recommend it 100% at that price easily.
Hey everyone, I'm David Fan.
Why does David in this intro seem like he's being held at gunpoint?
Hey everyone, I'm David Fan, executive producer here at Relic Entertainment. Our Company of Heroes 3 2.0 anniversary update.
Doesn't he? Is that just me? He doesn't look like he's super hyped about his game. He's like, this is our Company of Heroes game. This is our update. Don't hurt me. Blinking Morse code, like, help me. Was it you? No. Oh, it's taking such a long time to get a game. Maybe I should play games with allies. What can I try? Well, bishops have been there, don't they? It was mapped to the wrong event. Really? Huh. Maybe that's it. I must say, but just been tasting it, and I have the same opinion, but I tried it a couple of months ago, but combat is amazing now. Siege weaponry is somewhat basic and undeveloped, but grinding is still a thing. Yeah. I know, man. Like, I don't mind doing a little bit of that kind of stuff. Like for instance, in V Rising, when I play that game, I don't mind going out into a mine, doing the whole mining area, getting all the resources from a mine, come back and smelt it all, and then I'm good to go for a good long time. I don't mind doing like an hour of gameplay like that, because not only am I going into the mine to get resources, I'm having to fight enemies, so I'm getting maybe experience doing that, killing a boss there. So there's kind of like other things tied to the grind aspect of like farming resources to make it more enjoyable. Boy, I remember back in WoW when I used to like farm. I used to be a miner and I used to go around farming for these nodes, and I would get like this mod extension in my game that would, every time I'd mine a node, it would add it to my map. So it'd be like, okay, this is where a node would spawn. So I'd fly around and I would hit up all these like high node places, and I'd be happy if I would find like a node that was spawned. But oh yeah, it's back again. Oh yeah, that kind of thing. So I kind of felt like an enjoyment of increasing the proficiency and being more efficient at that. And also kind of like a mini game as well. Like, oh, I'm adding this extra node to my my map. So if in Foxhole, for instance, it'd be cool if I could have a mod which would add, like, every time a wreckage spawns, it would add like on my map that, oh, this is a wreckage spawn location, so I know maybe back to check here for a special resources kind of thing. That'd be nice. So I think they need to do more fun things like that. Make it more of a mini game. Make it more of like a fun thing to find different resources, rather than it be a chore and a tedious task. That's another issue with Foxhole. Like, standing there and just hammering to build any kind of structure is very boring, and that's why most people don't do it. Most people just want to fight. And you'll have very few people that actually build. And building is probably one of the most important things to do, to be able to secure a location so you can push and keep going and keep taking territory. And I think with Foxhole, they need to do some kind of mini game to make it more enjoyable to build. Just standing there and hitting something and it's just not a fun experience. So yeah, it needs to do something more with that. I'm not sure how you would. Anyone in chat got any ideas how you would change that mechanic? Because I imagine Siege, like Anvil Empire, is going to have that same issue where when you want to build a castle, you're probably standing there with like certain resources and hammering as well. Foxhole build, yeah. Also, the building in Foxhole, it can be very tedious as well, and just downright frustrating, because sometimes, like when you want to build here, you can. Other times, it won't let you build back on it. Like last night, we were having difficulty trying to put down the extra pieces of a bunker core. Even though there were pieces that were there originally, it wouldn't let us do it for ages. And it was just, time consuming and just frustrating. Something to make it more fun, I think. Hi Hans, I recently got back into Co franchise following reuniting with an old friend that I used to play Co 1 with in primary school. Have you had a chance to play any of the new maps yet? For Co 1? They've added new maps for Co 1? I mean, I'm playing Co 3 these days, and to a much lesser extent, occasionally Co 2, but I don't really play Co 1 anymore. I mean, this patch for Co 3. No, I haven't. They didn't really add any new maps this patch. They added they did a massive overhaul on Mignano Summit, the 3v3 version. I haven't tried that out. I did jump into the map in a custom game and had a look around, and it looked. I like the new changes for that map. If you dig a bunker base to get upgrade diggers, builders that over time will use resources in the bunker base to construct your blueprints. That's an interesting concept. Let's say you just go around the base. Oh, we finally got a game. Here we go. You go around your base. What was I going to do here? 259s. Oh, I might actually, if I get the city side, I might go Gustatori here. We'll see. What was I saying? Yeah, so if you just put the blueprints down, then like an AI would come and start hammering it for yourself. Would be kind of nice. Maybe like after after some amount of time, if you put in a specific resource, it would do it for you. Like M-subs. Okay, we're on the south side, so I don't think I'll go. Let's try. I was gonna do.
You have problems, we have answers. Orders, those resources must be ours.
Or building. I keep doing that. I keep forgetting what color I am sometimes. Is everybody else like that?
Come on, we have capture duties.
Gone for a weasel, is he?
Utility vehicle here.
Stand clear.
I'm green.
Good job, Whip. Treat that flag like your mother hemmed it herself.
Panzergrenadiers have been mustered.
I'm gonna get a 250 next, and then I'm gonna try and get 259s as fast as possible.
Pioneers, capture duties. Orders, securing resources.
Can we get back to work now? Utility move orders. We have capture duties. Territory must be under our control.
You gonna shoot motorcycle?
What do you need?
Utility vehicle, ready!
Secure. Resources are ours.
Rev that engine!
Ready on your... Anybody home? Ready. Moving it.
Looks bumpy up ahead. Hold on.
Oh my god, why is the pathing of this right now?
Panzer
Commandant,
pioneers
moving
standing
to
by.
location. On the double. Getting clear. Incoming. We have a heading. Good job, we're patient.
Something for us?
I know the engine's hot.
Grenadiers locked and loaded.
Everything's hot. Gunner, eyes front and center.
Ready
Weasel come.
Vehicle and crew here. We're engaged. Infantry.
Oh, he's gonna take the weasel to cap the left, but
Clear out.
Ready. Lower your weights, men.
Cartridge and waiting. Put off the gun. Commander. What do you want?
Let's have a heading. Men, me.
We need fire.
What do you need? Don't you have pioneers for this? Upgrade
Go ahead.
incoming.
Our capture point is being neutralized by the enemy. Panzer infantry have orders to salvage all they can from vehicles. Leave nothing to the enemy.
Pick up those feet.
well, mark target. Oh, that's a dirty mark target.
Go be clear. Come on, taking enemy Everything in order? Forward then.
Armory upgrade underway.
The Foxes have a heading. Men, with me.
Bravo! Starship! Say them up! Get us there!
Your Panzergrenadiers relocate.
You have orders for just like the Nürburgring thing, eh? Where vehicle is captured ground. Driver, on the double. Driver, stop! Yes, and power up. We've got somewhere to be.
Ready, lower your weight.
Full on fire from infantry!
Nowhere to run. Let's move.
Okay, yourself! We hear you! Come on! Come on! Need a hand!
Order, plenty of blocks.
Guy's been a bit too aggressive.
Armory upgrade complete, Commandant.
You push this Motorrad!
Starting requisition of light support elements.
Just when this spawn on us. Getting the horizon! Go ahead!
Hold here. We'll get there. Await orders. You have problems. We have answers.
Vehicle and crew here! Utility crew hears you!
What do you want to bed down?
What is it? Vehicle change! Go! Slowly!
Research complete. Superior support weapons are available.
I'll get us there.
Well, that was very, very one-sided. Right. I guess that's what happens when you haven't got dingoes at the start of the game. Well, worth the wait. Yeah, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed waiting 10 minutes for a 5-minute game. Right. For your information, Relic sells your personal data as well. We also provide personal information to third-party advertising providers for targeted advertising. Yeah. That wasn't a big issue with Co. Bacon, you say that you've never seen me lose, but I have lost many times, I assure you. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-na-na-na. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. You know, let's play a game with allies because it's taking ages as access. Let's do a game with Brits, and what we'll do is we'll test. I mean, I normally go Aussies, but yeah, I can go Aussies and armor. Oh, that's what I like to do. That was my first view of Code 3. I think I might still... Dude, that game was very one-sided. You had one-sided games in Code 2 as well, right? Just bad matchmaking. I think it's because it took such a long time to get a game, it just gave us really bad matchmaking there. Give Code 3 a go, boyos. So though for this latest patch, at least they fixed or kind of nerfed the cloaked MGs as well, because that was a big issue. And I would say, yeah, that and the Stuka probably the biggest major issues I think with balance. So it's unfortunate they haven't touched the Stuka. They also nerfed bishops a bit. The quality of life changes? Like what? Bum, bum. Travel to eat for night. I'm thinking I might have a curry tonight. There we go. We got a game. Let's go. Oh, it's triple Wehrmacht. Okay.
And here we go.
Light infantry sections on standby.
Eyes open, guns up. We're taking that position.
All right, lads, fall back.
Digging out the section command post.
Let's get some blisters for your blisters. You heard the commander. Aussie's taking ground. We're needed back at base. Come on.
Bro. Why did you give up already? Oh my god, right, this is gonna be one.
Making headway to securing location.
Not had orders in
Allies' games are cursed. Teammates already given up.
You need light
section
infantry.
command's
Raising
done.
the colours.
Let's get men on front line pronto. Royal Engineers, ready. Sappers. Eagers, what's Jerry's is ours. Can we blow it up now?
Well,
Gaza.
maybe the enemy team are really bad. Who knows? We could give it a go. So if someone rage quits at the start, you get put, you get like a penalization, which is good. I mean, they didn't have that in the previous Company Heroes games. So if you do quit before like 5 minutes,
Good on you, mate.
yeah, the game gives you a slap on the wrist.
Quit your lollygagging and march.
Position taken.
Tidy. Time for a brew?
Where are we going? We'll have it in no time at all.
There we going, mate.
Dingo on station.
Scout car, take your stations. We're
Aussie
heading out.
rats, rifles up, asses in gear.
Scout car, heading to our destination now.
We hear. All right, moving boss man says stop.
Send your message.
That
Heading
was
up.
a little too
Gaze
easy,
on
eh?
sight. Scout car, we hear ya. Let's get to it. We're moving out, chums. Yeah, if you insist.
Round needs taking, boys.
Scout car, launching a combat patrol. Dingo under enemy fire!
What have you got?
Ding, back up!
What's the task?
Back us up!
Packet position.
Infantry's open fire, lads! Stop this bit!
So move.
Move, take them out!
Australian infantry support is reporting in.
Hold tight! It's gonna get
Oh,
rough!
sappers.
MG's over there.
Full throttle! We're going!
Move, fire.
Oh, enemy rifles!
Get the cows for us.
Right, soldier!
Coordinates received!
You heard the commander!
Desert rat! Troopers!
Get moving.
Fucking drop 'em!
Bingo! In combat!
Listen up! There! Now! Hush marching!
Sappers. Ready? Let me guess.
AI retreated his whole army.
Light infantry acknowledged! Cover's completed!
Good as new.
Maintain distance!
Finished.
Infantry!
Damnation. The sector's in enemy hands.
Sappers. Middle stroll into Jerry.
Australian infantry are in reserve.
Fuck out of here!
Light infantry! Here!
Like a shit through a
Get put down, driver! Make a move!
Stay out of his
under enemy fire, yeah?
Enemy infantry!
Commander, move it! Enemy fire! It's fucking bad! I'm setting our sights and moving out. Crikey! MG's opened up on it! Get out of here! Light infantry
Stand
have a
by.
job to do!
Roger that!
Aussie's here!
On top of the enemy. We're in it now.
On it. Hold your ass and hold the position.
Bingo! In
Too far off. Keep fighting. Come on, back.
Dingo! Drop fucking
Come
drop!
on! Give it a little haste!
Come on! We're terracing over there! What's that order?
The beggars are threatening a munitions point.
It's the AI is smart enough to use my cover I put down.
Like we've never marched
Of course we
before.
can handle it!
It's a lot of grands there.
Right, we're set to go!
Coordinates
Back!
received!
Back!
Territory lost.
Rifles up, asses in gear!
Light vehicle! In! Right,
All right,
take your
moving
time!
forward!
The enemy has claimed a sector.
What have you got?
Slow us up!
We quit your lollygagging and march!
Scout car, if ever comes
Aussie rats here! Making headway to the target!
Heavy machine gun and crew are ready for orders.
Pushing on with the attack.
They're making headway to the target!
Vehicle needs a heading.
Hop 2! Rifles up! Asses in gear! Aussie
Who knows?
rats!
This might be winnable.
MG here, say the word. Sappers on. Oh, we're needed elsewhere. Scout car,
Definitely! We're on it! You need light infantry? Got some hard yakka for
Mirror,
us.
signal driver. Now then. Roger that. Give us some breathing room. Royal Engineers, yeah? Secure that equipment.
What have you got?
What you got for us?
Well, I've seen worse wars.
Scout car, steady.
Let's get some twisted.
Shift
Where
in
are we
position.
setting our sights and moving out? We hear you've got trouble. Sandbag detail.
Time to march, boys. Come on.
The lads are accounted for. Got some hard yakka
Let's get
for
the
us.
job done. Sappers.
Sandbags.
Spare wheel drive. Move.
2-pounder anti-tank guns have been requisitioned.
Right, lad. Stop. Stop. What now?
Rats here.
Throw it in
Cover's
reverse.
completed.
Humber armored car fueled up.
Bloody go.
All right, moving forward.
All right. Keep your knickers on.
They're all suspected big.
The enemy has pushed us back from our sector.
Back. Back.
Sappers, stow that gear, boys.
Wait.
We're going.
Australian weapon team has deployed.
Light infantry. Quit your lollygagging and march.
Stop mucking about. Roger that. Come stop this thing. Get on it.
Listen up, all of you.
Of course we can.
Repairs finished. Bring up this area, lads.
Back up. Back us up.
What have you got?
Send your men. Take the stations. We're heading out.
Territory sector lost, Commander.
Keep moving.
I think we're up. We're moving out.
Prepare. Now.
Vehicle needs to expect some
Sappers,
trouble.
here we go.
All right then. Scout
Fire
cars
in
in
position.
trouble here.
What have you got? Making headway.
Enemy infantry. They spotted us.
Capture it. Whatever it takes.
We might actually beat these guys, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're that good.
Location sighted. Moving to secure.
Ready to get.
Roger that. Come on.
Not had orders
Aussie
in the
rats
off.
here.
Sappers ready. We're needed elsewhere, lads.
Cover's
Let's
completed.
get to it. Hazard removal package
The
requisition.
beggars are threatening a victory point.
Where are we going? Sandbag. You need light infantry. Rifles up. Asses.
Spamming cover around.
Upgrade, yeah.
Victory point is in enemy hands.
Moving MG.
Watch your fucking job.
Combat patrol, boys. Be ready. There goes another one. You need a Vickers.
Fired.
You'll regret that, you twat.
What you got with you?
We are losing territory.
Under fire and pen. Retreat.
2-pounder anti-tank guns available.
Forward.
Fueled up. Come on, chat.
The lads are accounted for.
Lieutenant heading off. Change the sight.
We've lost a sector.
What now? Into cover. Idiot. Back. Back.
We hear you.
Sappers, reporting. I want
The
fire.
beggars are threatening a fuel point.
Aussie's here.
Go under enemy fire. You heard the commander.
Dingo recon vehicle has been destroyed.
Pounder needs a target. Making headway to the target.
Okay, gotta go right.
With you, lollygagging and march.
We're losing a fuel point to enemy action.
Commander marching.
Sector lost. Repeat. Sector lost. We've lost the sector to the enemy.
Aussie rat heading in.
man. Even the non-AA guys throwing the game right now.
Victory point lost. The enemy has control. We're losing a munitions point to enemy action.
Right here. Shovels out, boys.
Lads are accounted for.
Pickers MG.
Ready.
Weapons relocating.
A capture point is being overrun.
Pickers MG. Ready. Pack it up. Remove.
We're losing a victory point. The enemy have taken our territory.
Let's leg it, lads.
Need healing.
The enemy has our victory point now.
Get to that sappers. Remove it.
We have a surplus of command.
Oh, the AI, man. Look at it. Just throw its units away.
Our opponent is in control of all victory points. We can conduct supply runs to secure additional resources.
Like shit through a goose. Apparently, we're under fire. Find cover, you dolts.
Hush up!
The tide is turning. The enemy is in the lead.
Requesting a retreat!
Ready for trouble.
Listen here! Now!
They've cut us off. Territory's out of supply.
We've got ourselves a reputation! Coordinates received! Listen up! Get back! Fucking on you!
We're losing a munitions point.
Packages here!
A section of guards have been deployed.
Pin them down! Like it'll be ours!
Royal End. We're taking that.
Need.
We hear time to make
A sector is in enemy control.
We're not fucking.
MG. Let's go looking for trouble, shall we?
Oh, bugger me! Open fire on us! Oh, wait, take the position, Stafford! Like you was trained! I think what's it about? Awaited instructions, sir!
I just want to try and start spamming out.
We have 300 points remaining.
Quiet and wait, men. Team time to capture that point, chaps.
Stafford reported.
Enemy ground forces have claimed a sector.
Got on them. Right, chaps. Secure that point. Let's get that point secured.
In order to advance.
The enemy has pushed us back from our sector.
I'll secure that area. A little lively about it.
Sappers. Not quite a jaunt over Snowdon, but it'll do.
I was making headway.
Pickers MG, ready. Pickers MG.
I say, we have guards on standby.
That's on them.
You have 3 command points available.
Orders. Jump pickers relocated.
Rifles up, asses in gear!
Show that gear, boy.
Crusader cruiser finished.
Taking fire from enemy infantry.
We've got orders to move. So move.
New orders.
Stand to, lads. I did it.
Repairs finished.
Ready first up. Get it clear.
Time to make a name
Open the
for
guard too
ourselves.
for you. Gotta move, Jack. Drop this bloody in. There on.
We're with you, lollygagging, and march. The lads are accounted for.
Not flogging it dead, lads. Ready on order.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
Need a personal invitation.
Let's be on bloody good.
Receiving you loud and clear.
Victory point under enemy control.
It's alive, that was close.
We'll get it done.
Jenny mortar bombs! Cover men! Make it
Damn it! The enemy holds all victory points.
infantry has us reached! Hang on! We're stopping!
Oh my god, dude!
Sappers, reporting!
Stop voting!
Up we go!
Desert rat.
We have 200 points remaining.
Ready for cover! Yeah, we're ready.
Enemy right.
Enemy fire! Data on the hook!
A fuel point is being overrun. Command points should be allotted, Commander.
God.
Maintain distance. Infantry.
Guards have been killed at the front.
Damage! Need to relocate! Pull back!
All you need, the other teammate needed to do is get some artillery.
We're losing a victory point. Light AT gun isn't crude anymore. A victory point is being overrun. Command points need to be assigned. Victory point belongs to the enemy.
Sappers!
Give us some breathing room!
All victory points are under enemy control. We must counterattack.
Repairs finished. Let me
Ready?
guess. You should see the other guy.
Moving anyway. Find the bum.
Sappers, reporting!
On the action, guard! We're off to see a man about a dog. Concentrate fire!
We've lost.
Get the wounded clear. We have a long fight ahead of us.
Alright lads, I think I'm going to take a break. It's just going to be one of those days, isn't it, where we're just going to get levers and people that just can't hold their own flank and all listen to commands stuff. And I'll be bothered, man. So, yeah, I'm going to grab some food and I'll be back in maybe an hour or two and maybe some more Foxhole tonight or maybe, so maybe some more Assassin's Creed Shadows later on tonight. I mean, I'm not going to get into that last game. I just can't be, it's just a waste of energy. Yeah. Let me just quickly put up Foxhole just to see how the war is at the moment. Are we doing okay or are we getting wrecked? I think this this little notepad here. You lose 100% of the games, guys. You don't try in. I mean, we had an AI at the start of that last game, but it didn't help that my teammate just gave up. Constantly voting to surrender. I hate people that do that. Ugh, just try. You know, sometimes you can win with a bot, and that enemy team wasn't that good. Like as long as you just focused up and didn't throw all your stuff away, it would have been fine. I think. There's a big naval invasion going on. Yeah, look at this. There's a big old naval invasion going over here. Looks like a few concrete cores have been taken out on the beachhead over here that need to be replaced. That artillery battery is way too far back to be able to assist over here. That's not good. I think we took out World's End and Air's Knife as well recently. And hopefully we've got a push to retake Overlook. It's annoying. I don't know how we lost Overlook Hill. We had like all this really built up yesterday. And also we lost our base over here. Did get to tier 2 though. Scath. It seems like the daytime crew can't hold for shit as usual, but they'll just get out pops and can't hold. Alright. Gotta finish Assassin's Creed before they add new story. Are they gonna add, yeah, I saw you post like the new update they're gonna be doing for the game, but I think it's like a slow burner for me. I think Assassin's Creed. I'll probably play a couple of hours here and a couple of hours there. It's kind of, I think it's my go-to chill game of the evening now. Like if I want to play a nice single player game, I think it'll be Assassin's Creed Shadows, and hopefully I'll get through and finish it. What was the one before that I played? Was it Cyberpunk, or might have been maybe some Against the Storm or whatever? I did a bit of that not too long ago. I do enjoy playing that. I'm gonna go take a break and have some food though, guys, because I'm hungry, and we'll go raid somebody who's live right now. Let's see who is live. Let's go raid Raptor. He's playing some commandos.
Which one? The one by the pole?
By the gate, yeah, by the pole.
You want him to just look over here?
Can you save for a second?
Yep, I can save.
I'll be right over.
My bad, sorry. Thought my man would exit on the left side of the bush.
Hey, yeah, sorry, I'll be back in an hour or so. I'm just gonna grab some food. I'm pretty hungry, so I haven't had dinner yet.
Why did you not do that?
Nobody protected the supply route south, just out over Overlook Road, running out of shirts. Ugh. Yeah, dude, it's like, you know, when something is bad, when people are asking for BMATs in a region which has a refinery, it's just like, bro.
Damn it, I had it
I need to figure out how to raid on YouTube, man. I don't know how to raid somebody on YouTube. He raids me. I don't know what I need to do to raid somebody on YouTube. If someone could tell me how to do that, I'd do it, but I don't know how to do it. You don't type /raid.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Alright, let me go raid. I'll see you guys a bit. I'll be back in about an hour or so. Thanks for watching, everybody. See ya.